with functional lab testing, would you suggest people to run a full thyroid panel and measure cortisol at all? Or
Salivary, only salivary, yeah.
salivary?
As a serum cortisol doesn't mean anything. It's attached to protein, so it's unreliable.
So salivary cortisol. So you're getting the measurements four
Yeah,
times.
4 times usually. Yeah.
And that's a good way for people to start and then get a full thyroid panel. What would you include on a thyroid panel for people to order?
Free T3, free T4, and the two antibodies, the anti-thyroid peroxidase and anti-thyroglobulin. No, for the antibodies, anything that's above the range would be an issue. The only thing that the doctor says is that they won't go down. That's the unfortunate part. They will
There's
go
no
down.
solution
You can get them to go into remission. Right. No,
to
there's
lower
no,
it.
they literally just want to cut your thyroid out. They just wanted to get to the point where they cut it because they don't think it can be addressed. They don't think the autoimmune issue will be addressed. So you can have an inflamed thyroid and not have positive antibodies. I have plenty of patients who have inflamed thyroids. To me, Hashimoto's is an inflamed thyroid. I mean, Hashimoto's was a guy who in, I don't know, 1914 took out 4 thyroids from women who had goiter, and it was the lymph tissue that was inflamed. So it's really, if any of the thyroid tissue is inflamed, you have an inflamed thyroid.
If you have antibodies that are elevated on your thyroid panel, what should they do to start with?
Reduce inflammation, reduce stress. The immune system becomes autoimmune. So basically, an immune system, which is made up of cortisol, a bunch of hormone, the steroid hormone cascade, and neurotransmitters like epinephrine and norepinephrine, catecholamines, anything like you bang your knee, everything that goes to your knee when you bang it is part of your immune system. But if you're banging your knee every single hour, your immune system will stop responding. It won't know how to react anymore. It'll go rogue. So in the sense, it'll become autoimmune. So it will be banging your knee instead of you banging your knee.
Would you include breath work in there, different stress management
Breath
techniques?
work is great. Anything that moves you from sympathetic to parasympathetic tone. So we know that the parasympathetic rest and digest. Sympathetic is fight or flight. You need to get out of fight or flight, and breath work can get you out of fight or flight. Listening to music. I mean, there are all kinds of ways that you have to get your concentration of, go from sympathetic to parasympathetic. That there are all kinds of techniques to do that. And
Do you like
eating
to
fat is one of them.
eating fat?
How
Yeah,
you
great.
feel.
I know.
It's so yeah, because the problem is that people are so hyped up on stress and stimulants, they don't know how they feel. They can't feel how they feel. So when you remove all these things, you don't need all those numbers anymore because you just wake up in the morning and you see how you feel.